Hello everyone, I'm Ezekiel from OQP Community Network, and this is the third video in a series of videos that I've been making. And the biggest message in these videos is why so many people cannot start to go for their dreams. On the first video, I discussed that many people cannot start to go for their dreams because they are afraid of facing rejection. And you see, we have this one person who wants to become a business person so bad. But unfortunately, he thinks his product is inferior to other products in the market. And he knows, because of that, the customers are going to reject his product. So by having this kind of thoughts, he decides to quit doing that business altogether. And on the video number 2, I discussed that many people give themselves a chance to fail. And one example could be like, this gentleman is looking for a job. And perhaps he has even gone to the interview and the boss promised to call back. But instead of making a follow-up on that job, he gives it a chance that if they call me, then I know I get the job. If they don't call me, it's okay. And if I could advise this gentleman, I would have told him, if you really wanted that job, you've got to make a hard follow-up. And today I want to discuss with you the third reason of why I think many people cannot start to go for their dreams, and this is because of distractions with an A. Distraction that I'm talking about is the tendency of shifting the focus from where you intended it to be to where you never intended to be in the first place. And I will discuss with you about 5 categories of distractions, which I think they are the biggest reasons of so many people failing to go for their dreams. And the first one is called conformity. Conformity is the tendency of someone to want to look alike to everybody in that surrounding. So you go into the classroom, perhaps, you are wearing a white shirt, and all of a sudden, everybody else is wearing red. So you are like, why am I the only one in white? So you go back to your dormitory, you wear your red shirt, and you come back to class without even knowing why. That is kind of conformity that I'm talking about. And one of the vivid examples, there is this story of the guy called Roger Bannister. Roger Bannister is mentioned as one of the person who broke the record of running 1 mile in 4 minutes. Before this gentleman broke this record, it was considered impossible to run 1 mile in 4 minutes. 1 mile is about 1.6 kilometers. It was considered impossible. But immediately after he broke that record, it was said that everyone else managed to run 1 mile in 4 minutes, including the school kids. So you can see, why was it impossible before this man broke the record? Because everybody else was thinking like, if nobody else can do it, then if nobody else cannot do it, then definitely I cannot do it. That is kind of conformity that it has been eating many of us, that we just compare ourselves to others like, if they cannot do it, then definitely I cannot do it. But number 2 is competition. In the competition, this is where you might have an idea of a product, you try to design it, but all of a sudden you come to realize somebody else has been having a better product, and many people have been sharing that product. So you tend to compare yourself with other people, and from that you conclude yourself like, no man, this product is not going to work out. So you decide to quit it altogether. There are so many people who have decided to crush their dreams. They have crushed their businesses only because they think there is a superior product or superior business outside. But number 3 is criticism. We also have so many people who decided to quit to go for their dreams because they have been criticized so bad. Like, hey, that business can't work. You don't have the finance management team. Oh man, you are done. Oh, that design is so bad. The colors so bad. Nobody can buy the product. That is criticism. And some people can be criticized so bad to the extent that they are heartbroken. They decide to quit the business altogether. And this is why also from this book, Think and Grow Rich, which has been written by Napoleon Hill, he has suggested so much that stop criticizing other people. but instead use this thing here is called constructive suggestion. Instead of saying, hey, you look ugly, you can say, hey, why don't you try some little makeup? Why don't you try this? That is working so much better because it doesn't break somebody's spirit. And it's the worst thing to do to break someone else's spirit. But number 4 is called compliance. Compliance is when you agree with what somebody says without even having your own grounds. You don't have any reasons, but you simply agree. So you have this idea of doing a business. You want to open up your tea shop, something like that, and somebody says, oh, nobody drinks tea in this town. Everybody wants a coffee, so it won't sell. And you listen and you agree and you decide to close down your shop. This is compliance. You decide to comply. Hey, are you making a new, I don't know, are you making some new clothes design? Nobody's going to take that design. Nobody wears this kind of clothes in this town. You decide to shut down the business. And to tell you, this has been proved wrong in many places. Somebody can be living in that town for 10 years and he can tell you with being very sure that, hey, this product is not going to sell. Nobody likes it here. But the moment you introduce that product, the customers, they want it so bad. They come for it. It has proven wrong so many times. And the 5th and the last one is called cultural or technological convergency. This is, I'm talking now about the social medias, about the movies, and all kind of that. And to begin, I can say that all the social medias, the Facebook, the Instagram, these are the marketing tools. They are the marketing tools. But too bad, many of us, we try to take it and make it like they are life tools. Like it's the place where it's like a window where you can display your life. But no, it's not like that. It's a marketing tool. And they are engineered to make sure that they are distracting you first. I mean, they are distracting you from 3 things. First of all, they are distracting you from money management. Because anybody who is doing marketing is tending to take your money. So if you want to save your money, somebody has to break that spirit of saving so that you can spend money on their product. But number 2, they have to distract you from time management. And this is what the movie is all about. This is what the social media is all about. Like, it's, you know, going through the pages, the pictures, and whatever, staying on the couch for long hours, watching movies, watching football. They have to take your time. But also distracting you from how can I call this? Integrity management. We also have this, you know, inappropriate contents, a lot of them. And for some reason, they are very strong. They can easily capture your attention. And most of these contents, they are specifically engineered in that way to make sure that they take these resources from you. And this is how these companies, they make a lot of money. But coming on your side, if somebody takes away your money management, if somebody takes away your time management, if somebody takes away your integrity management, then they have distracted you from the 3 most fundamental sources that they are very important for you to go for your dreams. So coming back and concluding on this topic is that you've got to be so careful from all these 5 categories that I've mentioned. Starting from the first one, which I mentioned that it was conformity. You don't have to conform to anybody. Always try to look in yourself what you really want, and you've got to try it, or at least know why. If everybody else is kneeling down, at least know why. Why are you kneeling down? Don't just try to look like everybody else. But number 2, I discourage competition. There's always another way, and there is also this book. It's called From 0 to 1. I don't remember the writer of that book, unfortunately. But in this book, he has discouraged competition so bad. He said all you need is to be creative on which other market niche you can tend to, which other product, or how can you do an improvement. You can always run improvement. The market is still so wide. Customers are still so many. You can't all be focused on very few customers and try to compete over them. You will always end up crashing with each other. But if you find other ways to reach other customers, there is always a way. With criticism, I already talked about it. Please don't criticize somebody. Instead, give constructive suggestion. Also, don't comply. If somebody simply tells you it won't sell, you have to trust your instincts. Give it a try. Make that product and get it to the market. Will it harm you anyway? Of course, it's going to maybe cost you a little bit of money, but is it worth it? I think that's the question you should ask yourself. If it's worth it, then try it. If the customers reject it, then at least you can conclude for yourself and decide what's going to be next. And lastly, for the social media, it's not a bad thing to sit down and to go over the Facebook or the Instagram. It's a good thing. Actually, sometimes you need to relax. You need to watch some movie. You need to do some football. Actually, the life is not that hard that you have to abstain yourself from fun and stuff like that. But at least you have to control yourself. You have to make sure that there is no too much of something. So you've got to make sure that for that time which was supposed to be productive, you use it for productions. For that time which was supposed to be used for families, you use it for families. For that time which was supposed to be used for fun, you have fun. That is all I can tell you for today. And thank you so much for having time to sit and listen to this video. Please, if this message you think was very useful for you, kindly let me know by sharing your comments on the comment section below. But don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, but more importantly, don't forget to share it with someone whom you think needs to hear this message very strongly. Thank you so much once again, and see you soon. Bye-bye.